I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We welcome Blanche to the show. Hi.
Hi.
I appreciate you coming on. Please introduce yourself to everybody.
I am Blanche, a fantasy kitsune VTuber.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How long have you been doing this VTubing thing?
God, I lost track of time. A little, probably since last year, March, January, right around there. I can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah. Well, it's coming up on January, then you're coming up on a year. So that's
Yeah, somewhere around that time.
yeah.
It's hard remembering that far out. There's
Yeah.
so much going on.
Oh yeah. Well, it's hard being this old. It's hard for me to remember what I had for breakfast this morning. So I'm all for that. Some things you want to forget. The why did you get started in VTubing in the first place?
To build a community, a community I can build for like the LGBTQ community, place for that's cozy and safe.
Mm-hmm. Welcoming,
To make content.
yeah, like a welcoming community and one that
Yeah.
folks don't have to worry about
Mm-hmm.
stupid judgment by people.
Yep. We
Yeah,
are a safe place.
yeah, that's good. That's excellent. Was that your main reason, or did you follow VTubers before and kind of want to give it a shot yourself?
I followed Iron Mouse before.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of my inspiration for becoming a VTuber.
Oh yeah, well, kind of mine for doing these interviews too, because it's you kind of sit back and think, what can I do? And you can do something if you really go after it. And when you look at someone like her and what she's been through, and think, oh, geez, my I don't have to go through that to do this. I I get through my own things and get online. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a pretty good role model to base it on. So what do you like to stream when you're online?
MMORPGs. Lately, I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I kind of do some days where I play with my community.
Mm-hmm. And do they help you? Do they hurt you? They want to be on your team or they want to be against you?
What would you mean?
I said, are they helping you or do they try to be against you when you're playing these games?
Helping.
Yeah, you see, sometimes there's some of these games that have allow the chat to kind of either surreptitiously help or hinder the streamer, and it's always a mixed bag for some folks when that goes along. Was it easy for you to get started?
Yeah, it was pretty easy. I'm pretty tech savvy, so I knew how to do all this stuff. I built my own computer.
Mm-hmm. And so you were able to get what you needed to do to get a model and get rolling.
Yeah.
Well, was it a concept that you came up with fairly quickly, or was it in the works for a while?
The model's a pre-made model. I got it online. It's someone you just buy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They kind of can't afford like an actual custom model. Those are expensive.
Yeah, they are
Way
expensive.
out of my price range. Anywhere from like $500 to $1,000. They're not cheap. One day, I have ideas of what I would want.
Mm-hmm. And would you like to share them with us, or are you going to keep them to yourself?
I'd love a model that's rigged every time I smile, my tail wags. Happy.
Yeah. Yeah, the more expressive ones are sometimes the more expensive ones, though.
Yeah, it fits my personality.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a lot of fun to see different how people express themselves differently, what they like to do with their model, um,
mhm.
and some folks are perfectly fine with having the PNG model, and some folks want to be as expressive as possible. Um, you would you want one that was like as fully rigged as possible?
If I could afford it, yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I see. That's another reason why I wouldn't be doing any VTubing is because I couldn't handle all of that technical stuff.
Yeah. If I could, if I had a better way, like I could draw all my own stuff, and it was at that point, and like I could rig it, I'd do it all myself. But I don't have a drawing pad, and I haven't drawn in a while.
Oh, so were you? Did you enjoy art when you were younger?
Yeah, in high school, I did a lot of art.
Hmm. What type of art did you work on?
Just drawing in
Hmm.
general. I also did a lot of woodworking too, as well.
Mm. Ah, well, you certainly
I
got
took a
me
lot of
beat.
I took a lot of hands-on classes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you would have had me beat because I couldn't. Tools and I do not get along.
My art teacher was very open to like self-expression. So like if you didn't do like what they told you to do, it wasn't the end all be all. They actually liked it when you went against the grain and actually did something that, was good art
Mm.
and not just, copy paste, draw this, you
Yeah,
know.
you went off script and did your own thing.
I was very creative.
Mm. Yeah, I was in grade school. I actually turned in a project on time and got an F in grade school. That's how bad my stuff was. I, I put out the effort, it just wasn't very good. So I am jealous of those folks who are able to do that sort of thing. Um,
Yeah, I'm probably very rusty now. I haven't done it in a long time.
yeah,
It's
it,
one of those things, if I were to get a drawing pad and do it, draw and stuff and just doodle and do different things, I'd probably come right back to me. It's,
yeah, like riding a bike, that type of thing. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, what would you like to do like an on-stream art session? What if you got back into it?
I'd love to.
Well, yeah, it again. I can understand folks having being a little um, reticent of going on and showing what they do online. I that takes a lot of courage. Would you have any problems showing what you were doing?
I mean, if I were to do it in the future, yeah, I wouldn't have any problems showing it.
Yeah. Oh, I would. You'd have me beat as far as courage
Oh,
goes.
a lot of people like seeing the before and after, like how well you've improved.
Ah, yes.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. Well, if I could write something down without and somebody actually figure out what I was doing, that would be much more improved than what I usually do. It's pretty bad by the time I get the stuff done. Is that something you'd like to incorporate in your streams in the future?
Yeah, once I can get a drawing pad.
Mm. Then after that, you can it's sky's the limit as far as that goes, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah. So, what are you streaming right now online?
Currently Marvel Rivals.
Hmm. I've seen a lot of people play that game. Um,
Yeah, it's new. It's kind of like Overwatch,
yeah, yeah, a little bit. Do you? So, take
a
me through.
hero shooter.
Yeah. So, do you get to choose who who your character is, or
Yeah,
is it
it's
random,
all
or?
like you get to choose your character. They have like tanks, they have DPS, and they have like more classes that are more strategy DPS. They have healers,
Hmm.
hybrid DPS.
Hmm.
It's all based off heroes of Marvel. Your villains too are in there, and your
Mm.
anti-heroes.
Ah, okay. So, about how many do you get to choose from?
There's a whole list now. There's a bunch of heroes and villains so far, and the game just came out. They
Oh.
just added a few more.
Hmm.
There's I think right now two of the Fantastic Four characters are
Ah.
available.
Oh.
Um, Invisible Girl and um Elastic Man, I think it's called.
Oh, Reed Richards. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
They're a lot of all the heroes are based off the comics.
Ah, cool.
They're the comic versions of the heroes.
Do they have the rights to all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes that's a little tough to get all the rights when they're all over the place. That's kind of why you didn't see the Fantastic Four and the Infinity stuff.
You will eventually see that, and when the end game comes out,
Yeah, yeah.
or not end game.
It'll it'll be something that people will kind of freak out once they actually um,
Mhm.
see the Fantastic Four logo show up on the screen. Um, yeah,
Yep.
that'll be something to watch. Are you a Marvel fan?
Yeah.
Mm. Which one is your favorite?
Like favorite hero?
Yeah,
Uh, Favorite hero would be like Thor, but like my favorite anti-hero is Deadpool.
Deadpool. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's easy. I can see
Yep.
that. It's just such a great character all the way around.
Yep.
It's very tough to not like Deadpool. Now imagine if I knew him in person, it'd be a little different.
No, the Punisher in the game
Yeah.
itself.
Oh, the Punisher. Yeah. That's a
Yep.
that's a strange character for people to wrap their head around. I guess. Um,
Yeah,
it's
you get like a an auto rifle and a shotgun, and then you get a turret that comes up, and then when you use its alt, it kind of like does like you get like these rockets that come out and like big mini guns
yeah,
that home in on the target, and just, yeah, it does a lot of damage.
yeah, yeah. The for those of us who we collected the other brand when we were younger. Um, the Punisher is somebody that'd be kind of tough to wrap your head around as far as a character goes. Um, but is that one of the ones you used to or you read as far as the comics go?
I haven't read too many of the comics. I'm more into the movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the greatest reader when it comes to like reading
Uh huh.
due to I have like learning disabilities.
Uh huh. So it's you mostly stick with the videos and the movies at
Yes.
the time.
It's easier for me.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah, that would be. Hopefully, you get to see the movies with the better versions of them. Uh,
Yeah.
like like trying to figure out which Hulk you're watching. You watch the early ones; it's not going to be the same as the late ones.
Yeah.
And of course they tied up all the Spider Verse stuff together, which was a pretty good idea. Uh, get that going.
That's part of the multiverse now.
Yeah, yeah. That's whenever you have problems with characters, just say it's a multiverse, and you can throw everything in. You don't have to worry about explaining yourself at that point. Um, the so what would you like to do with your channel that you haven't been able to do yet?
I'd like to build an even better community. There's a lot of stuff I want to do.
Hmm. Yeah, like what?
Like for instance, with art, when I stream, I want to be able to play, uh, get a server so I can play in the community sense on the. Eventually, I'd like to also do. I'd like to raise money for charity.
Hmm. Yeah, have you got a couple of charities in mind, or
Not exactly.
hmm
I've had so much stuff going on that,
yeah,
it's been very difficult to really do much.
yeah. Well, I mean, your heart's in the right place, though.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that's got to be the first step toward getting anything done, as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, I got to take care of myself first before I can do all that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You don't want to throw yourself
Self
in. Yeah, you don't want to.
self-care is important.
Self care is extremely important, and people got to take care of themselves first before they can take care of anybody else. So with the Marvel Rivals, you're enjoying that game. Are there other games you enjoy playing online?
World of Warcraft, really different MMOs that are more fantasy based. I like playing like casters and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like in World of Warcraft, I like playing mage. I
Yeah.
like classic MMOs, like the old school ones.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Did you ever play Dungeons and Dragons?
I have not.
Wow. I played way back in the early days of Dungeons and Dragons, and um, it seems like all of the RPG games will can be can will are descended from Dungeons and Dragons. Um, they're the same type of character building, and even down to the monsters and such kind of come from that. So,
Yeah,
um,
I love Tolkien lore as well.
yeah, yeah, all of that kind of comes together with that, and
Yep.
yeah. And is there a particular game you'd like to stream that you haven't done yet?
I can't really think of anything right now.
Hmm. No.
Off the top of my head,
Yeah.
let me think about that real quick.
Okay, no problem. Yeah,
Um,
I say it. When you get to.
there's a there's like a few there's like an MMO. Oh, I can't remember the name of it though, off
Mm-hmm.
the top of my head. That is in alpha right now that I would like to try in the future.
Mm, yeah, I got to get those early access things in and take a shot at those before everybody else gets to it. Do you watch other VTubers and kind of pick up tricks as to what to do when you're online?
Yeah, I there's a couple people I watch like Valerie Valentino. She's an Eldritch Fae
Mm-hmm.
queen. I look up to her.
Mm-hmm.
I watch my own girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
She streams as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
And
a few.
yeah. Um, as you pick up tips on how to improve your own broadcast or how to deal with chat, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I also got some mods that help deal with chat too.
Yeah.
They're lovely. So the MMO in question that I was talking about was Ashes of Creation.
Oh, so what?
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about what that's about?
It's a MMO similar to like World of Warcraft. It's in alpha, I think, right now. It's one of it's pretty much going to be. I think it's a subscription-based game.
Mm.
It's one of the things. If I can afford it in the future when it's out, I would definitely play it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
It's
games,
got your classic, need greed system, loot,
right,
dungeons, outdoor stuff,
right,
PvP.
yeah. And it's one of those games, unfortunately, you don't get to own, but you still get to play.
You buy the game, and I think there's a subscription on it.
Yeah,
Most games are like that nowadays. It's an on Any MMO you're gonna find really that's multiplayer is gonna be an online service.
yeah, yeah. So, how far back do you reach for your games that you play? You said you'd like to play the old school MMOs and RPGs.
Like classic WoW, like that's like back in the equivalent of back in 2004.
Oh yeah, it's that's a 20-year-old game right there. Plus,
Yep.
yeah. Um, so you go for the original stuff.
Yeah.
An OG WoW player. The so what is it that draws you to it? Is it the fantasy type of
It's the fantasy, the RPG aspect of it.
yeah,
Like in classic WoW, you got need greed for loot.
yeah,
You got to be more. There's a more social aspect for the game than
yeah,
it is in the retail, the actual you know version of the game like that's out now.
right, and
Uh, it's just there's more a social aspect. Like need greed is huge for RPGs and battle. Like for instance, the War Within, which is like the retail version of the game. That's the current. That doesn't have that need greed for most of the stuff.
ah, so
It's just you get a random loot chance. You kill a boss, it either gives you gold, or it gives you a piece of gear.
yeah, and it
I like that interaction with the players. If you need the piece of gear, you hit need
yeah,
and
and
you roll on it.
mm, So you have a chance that you can still get it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Then you run the dungeon over and over with a group you make, and
yeah,
you make a lot of new friends that way because you got to be social in classic. You got quests you can't complete. See someone else doing that quest, you invite them to a group and you do it together.
yeah, yeah. And again, it pretty much forces you to meet people online to do that
Yeah,
sort of thing.
because the game's harder in classic. In retail, it's you go do the quest and then you can do solo it.
Mm, yeah. And is it more fun for you solo or with other people?
I like doing stuff with other people.
Mm. And have you
I
been
like
able?
that social aspect. It
Yeah,
makes the game feel more alive.
yeah, yeah. That kind of teamwork thing is tough to find. Um, and if you can feel like you're part of a team, that's all the better. The Have you been able to do a lot of collaborations with other VTubers?
I have the current like I've done a collab with Lily Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many,
Hmm.
like also because I've been really busy and I haven't been able to do much.
Yeah,
Like IRL, I've been taking care of myself and my girlfriend.
right. That does make it tough to come up with the time necessarily to do it the way you want to.
Yeah, that and I've been sick, so like I'm finally getting over being sick.
Oh, that's that's no fun. And
We had a lot of cold snaps here, like
oh yeah.
minus like 6 degrees
Oh,
temperature wise.
oh, we're about ready to get one ourselves here, where we're at in Central Illinois. We just got another snow cover, and had to get our drive plowed out, so I can go to work eventually here in a couple of days. But yeah, folks don't realize that sometimes when you're sick, you don't want to stream. it's,
No,
it's
I
just
just want to get better. I want to rest.
yeah, it's just not going to sound nearly as good if you do something like that.
No.
Yeah, so it's just
And you're just drained. You don't have any energy.
yeah. I mean, it's not the same as sitting down and just playing a game. You're you're trying to entertain folks too.
Yep.
Well, so what do you like the most about having the chat there with you?
Social aspect and to actually communicate and talk with my community,
Mm-hmm.
engaging with them,
Yeah. Do you?
which I call familiars.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a little nickname for them.
Eh,
I don't like using the word like followers or subscribers. I like calling them familiars because it feels more like personal, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah, and it's kind of got that fantasy arcane thing going for it.
Uh-huh.
That, that's really good. That's really good. Are you as far along as with your channel as you thought you'd be after about a year?
Yeah,
Yeah. Has it been, or has it been quicker or slower than you thought?
it's a bit about average. I think it's been fine.
Mm,
I'm not too worried about growth. If I grow fast, I grow fast. If I grow slow, I grow slow. I'm in it for the experience and being able to build a community.
yeah.
I honestly wouldn't want to grow really fast because I wouldn't be able to keep up with it. It would be just too much
Yeah.
if it become overbearing.
Yeah. And that too. I mean, folks can come on and say that I want to be popular. I want to have a lot of people in my chat, but then they get it there, and you have to ride herd over it. You have to kind of control things, and
Yep.
that gets really tough to do sometimes. And it takes more work than some folks are willing to put out. So how big of a part of your life right now is VTubing?
Mm, about I don't know. I've never really thought of that.
Mm. Yeah,
I stream in a game a lot.
yeah,
Like I'm Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm disabled, and so I'm usually around my computer an awful lot.
yeah, yeah.
If I'm not streaming, I'm engaging in my Discord community.
Yeah, yeah. It would be there's a lot of folks that it would be really tough to replace. because it's such a unique thing. It's very
Hmm.
it's its own media and in its own um, genre. It's very tough to replace a medium like this. We're pretty lucky to have this available to us.
Yeah. He like other than like gaming and stuff, I've made a few tutorials on my YouTube channel related to like VTube Studio that would help YouTubers out.
Mm-hmm.
Like running VTube Studio not through Steam, but going into the file, there's like run without Steam. It
Mm.
uses a lot less resources.
Oh, yeah. I've got a few games that I've got with Steam, the Fallout series, and it tends to run up my game computer to like 120% and stop everything dead.
Yeah, VTube Studio is like that as well. When you run it, when you hit play in Steam, you have to go into the file and like there's going to be a a file within that folder that says like run without Steam, and you
Mm,
do click on that,
mm.
and it'll run it without running through Steam.
I should look up that stuff because um,
I made a whole video on it. It's kind of scuffed, but it gets the point across.
hey, as long as it gets the point across, we are going to
Hmm.
have the links to what Blanche has got going on up on the interview or the introduction and the description for the interview here on the Eric Loy Interviews channel. Um, so, have you got any big goals for this year? Is there anything that you would really like to get done by the end of this year as far as your channel goes?
I actually have a lot of like goals, some
Mm,
of them stretch goals
yeah,
for this year.
yeah. Well, there's nothing
Uh,
wrong with stretch goals.
I'm gonna have to pull that up. There's so many. Hold on.
Okay, it's good to have a list of what you want to do, and you can check it off as you go. Um, let's see, we're talking with Blanche here on Eric Loy
So
Interviews.
I'd like to eventually get an average of 10 viewers. That's like one of my goals,
Yeah,
to build up to that.
yeah.
I have two goals, 500 familiars on Twitch, and then I have a stretch goal for that by the end of the year for 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, when I do that, when I hit 1,000, I will be doing a 24-hour live stream as a reward.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Reward for them, punishment for you.
Um, 500 or 100 subscribers on YouTube, and then 500 as well,
Yeah,
as the stretch goal.
yeah, yeah. That might take a little bit of doing because YouTube can grow a lot slower, it seems, than Twitch as far as that goes. But
I do have a raise a contribution goal for my drawing pad on my
mhm,
phone,
okay, yeah. Well,
and
folks
then
get to
a
that one.
thousand for my model. I have another contribution goal as well.
Yeah.
Exploring. I want to explore doing more sponsored streams as well because that does help me out financially and makes my streams better.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And that may be something that a lot more people look into in the future is getting the
Hmm.
sponsorship to go along with it because there's plenty of places for advertising. I know that
I
is
want
no.
to start uploading. I want to get into the habit of editing and uploading at least one YouTube video and one short per month
Yeah, yeah,
to,
yeah,
be consistent with that.
yeah. That would be good to help promote the channel. That's for sure.
And then the only other one I really have would be like collabing with more VTubers,
Mm,
which I've been working on. I've been in talks with some people,
yeah,
VTubers, to get some collabs going, be it like in Marvel Rivals and whatnot.
yeah. And again, all that's good for kind of your networking and expanding a
Hmm.
little bit. And then you could look forward to eventually doing that charity stream you talked about.
Yeah. I am also part of a stream team called Eldenwood.
Okay. Uh, Eldenwood. Yeah, folks can look out
Yeah, a
for
Twitch
that.
stream team.
Yeah. So is that at one of the games? Is that the folks that you will do the Marvel game with?
It can be. It can also be. I can also, if I have anyone on like Blue Sky or people I know that I would like to play with, I can always reach out to them.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it sounds good. I mean, it sounds like you got things set up pretty good for yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I tell you, it's great to know that that you're able to get all this together, and you've already put in a year under your belt.
Yeah, Eldenwood is also a 30 plus community for VTubers as well.
Mm,
It's not just a stream team.
yeah, yeah. So all of us older folks, and I'm much older than you, and my stream team would have to be a lot older than that. We the folks with the gray hair. Um, that it's become a more of a thing for all ages now, as
Yeah.
and more people get involved in it, which is good. I think more people, the better. The more diverse people we have on, and the more that we get to meet such interesting people, such as yourself. I
Hmm.
I
Yep.
really I really do appreciate you coming on, Blanche, and I hope things go well for you in the future. When you get up and ready for that charity stream of yours, let me know so we can do some promotion for you. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you so much for coming on, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.